necessarily traditional athletes, or maybe they don't necessarily go out too much, or it's all about just getting people in, having a great time, and then kind of building up that talent and skill so they can potentially move on to do something else. We've had people in the past that come through our events that are now semi-pro gamers or pro gamers. So
we were talking about that before. We were looking at the stream of the event in St. Louis, and there are people now who are like professional gamers who become free agents and are recruited by teams and things like that. They're not getting $20 million contracts, but they are making their living gaming.
Oh, certainly. And I mean, it even goes a step further if you want to bring up like a Twitch stuff too. So you've got people that are making contracts playing games, but then you've got people who are leaving these professional sports. Like I'm using Shroud for an example. He used to play professional CSGO, and he actually left his team because he makes more money streaming on Twitch.tv right now. It's crazy.
That kind of popularity is the genesis of starting esports programs at places like Park. The still unique program is wrapping up their first competitive season, and we'll explore that coming up next. But let's not quite get there before you hear what you might hear in a horse race or a basketball game, except it's a very talented play-by-play announcer, Tyler Westcoat, who is calling a Fortnite showdown.
Oh, he's got a snipe shot on him right now. Daga takes the heavy sniper shot. Foxalt is able to dodge it, and he's coming right at him now, launch pad all the way across the map. Foxalt does have the thermal scope AR. He's trying to take some shots at him. Wasn't able to land anything. Now Dagger going to be above him here on the high ground. Foxalt behind the wall. We can see it from both angles here. Hits the opening 90 shot on the shields right there. This is a good opportunity for Foxalt. Traps down from Daga, trying to catch him. 77 on the Fox, however, now. So it's pretty even. Down to 10 life for Daga. And Foxalt will take it, winning the game. Daga getting taken out. The only elimination for Fox. But down he will go. And Foxalt, with one elimination, takes the victory royale. And Daga can't believe it, laughing at himself and gets taken out by Fox. And that is going to do it. Game 1 going to Foxalt TV. Good job to both of them right there on the end game. We saw both the 1v1 from both point of views, and it was fantastic.
More of Danny's Reasonably Irreverent podcast after this.
If you are looking for quality work on your home by a local company that values integrity as well as quality, then Easton Roofing is the easy choice. You're not just a number or contract to Easton, where no job is too big or too small. Owner Joe Spiker is always personally available to you if you have questions or concerns. For residential and commercial roofing jobs, large and small, attic insulation, gutters, and much more, Easton Roofing is the perfect choice for you. Among their countless accolades are 4 consecutive years as an Angie's List Super Service Award winner, over 60 5-star Google reviews, over 60 5-star Yelp reviews, and Best of House honors 4 years in a row. A hands-on small business named after the owner's son, Easton Roofing does things the right way. All repairs are completed by Easton employees, and the company is completely licensed and insured. Get the personal, quality work that you are looking for the most important thing in your life, a safe and beautiful home. Visit EastonRoofing.com or call 913-257-5426. Make the best choice when you need help with your home. Easton Roofing, where integrity matters. I've been Doobed, and you should be next. Yes, Doob, D-O-O-B. It's the keepsake of a lifetime, a 3D-generated, incredibly lifelike figurine. I just had one done of me. 66 cameras take an image at exactly the same moment in any pose, and state-of-the-art 3D technology transforms that into exact replicas of you, anyone you know or love, a pet, whomever is close to your heart. Create lifetime memories with a Doob. Visit their Facebook page at Doob 3D Kansas City, or better yet, see their incredible creations at their store on 119th Street in La Paloma Plaza near the Cheesecake Factory. Doob, be next. Get a refreshing change of your expectations of a sports bar and restaurant at the 23rd Street Brewery in Lawrence. Matt Llewellyn's welcoming spot at Clinton Parkway and Cassold covers all the bases, like their own handcrafted beers and all the televisions you need for great sports viewing, but it's the large, varied, and delicious menu that stands apart. From a favorite of mine like the awesome ahi tuna appetizer to great sandwiches, outstanding pizza, and truly fantastic entrees, the 23rd Street Brewery has it all. Matt and his friendly staff make it that much more enjoyable. Food until 10, fun until late. The 23rd Street Brewery is a can't-miss stop when you are in Lawrence. Sumner One is the company to make your office maximize efficiency. Their family of companies make up one of the largest independent dealers of office technology in the Midwest. They are proud to bring the best service and technology to top companies across the region. Sumner One can help your organization run more smoothly than ever. Sumner One printers, copiers, MFPs, managed print services, document management, infrastructure design, IT services, disaster recovery, and business continuity. Welcome to the one place where everything works. For more information, call Carl Little at 913-752-2256. At last weekend's event, Park University perhaps was hosting some future scholarship esports stars. The development of this forward-thinking part of the university's culture is
why
described by
esports
Ben
and why
Zybers,
now, right?
the university's director of
great
student
question.
engagement.
One of the reasons is because we believe that Kansas City is a hotbed for esports. So we've got the National Association of Collegiate Esports in our backyard in Kansas City at the NAIA building. We've got the High School Esports League. The national founding chapter is here in Kansas City as well. And so we see that as an opportunity to really partner with them and help create the future of athletics. We know that traditional athletic programs typically have a really high cost to start up, and they typically don't have room for expansion. And so what we see with esports is the removal of the barrier of entry, like we talked about before, and a very low startup cost. So we're really excited to see that. We've seen huge growth in our esports program, and we see overall huge growth in all of the games. So League of Legends, Rocket League, and Overwatch. We think people are going to continue to play them, and they are playing them and watching them. We see it as an opportunity for community to really get engaged. From the first time that we had our esports program live streamed, we had an equal number of people who have watched our basketball game, and our basketball program's been around for a long, long time. And so we see that as a great opportunity as kind of the next frontier of college athletics.
There must have been some more traditional type alumni or people like that who would roll their eyes and say, well, this certainly is nothing that a university should get involved in. These are slackers who sit around on the couch and they certainly aren't college material or whatever, and it can be just exactly the opposite.
Yeah, so that's exactly right. You hit the nail on the head. So going back to Park University's mission, right, where we transform lives through accessible, high-quality, student-centered education, right? We really care about our student experience, and we want that to be at the kind of the paramount in the forefront. So we see that students were actually the ones who kind of started this program. They said, hey, we've had a gaming chapter on campus for quite a while who's been slowly tapping on the administration's shoulder saying, hey, this is coming up. Esports is something to watch. And so our Dr. Gunderson, one of our university president, and Shane Speed, one of our executive staff members and chief operating officer, they very easily and very quickly said, hey, let's use this. Let's go through the program that's there. But yes, absolutely. We've had some folks who have been doubting, and the best thing to say and the best thing to talk to those people about is to tell them to come on down to gaming events to look around. You look at today, you've got over 250 people who are here at KC Game On the Park University's campus playing games, folks who want to stay here until 3 a.m. in the morning because they find a community and they find something that they're really excited about. So for us, we're really excited. We look at numbers as well. So we talked about a little bit about League of Legends. More people watch League of Legends and the actual finals than watch the NBA, right? So the world championships that are there, which is insane, right? When you're talking about that, you're talking about over 43 million people who are watching people play video games. And so for some of us who are maybe a little bit older, right, that's a crazy idea and a crazy concept. But lots of people have kids, have relatives, have family members who love playing video games and love watching people play video games.
Just like when people play basketball and they're not especially good at it, they still have played it, and they like to watch the best do it.
Right, and so we kind of say that same thing here, right? So we think esports is just like traditional sports, just with the E in front of it, right? And so we look at that and we see, gosh, there's a real opportunity for competition, for team development skills, for communication skills, all of the things that we'd see from traditional athletes, we see with our program, and we're excited about bringing that here.
Let's talk a little bit about how many universities now are getting involved in the program. I know that there's some major ones that do it, but what are the numbers right now as far as universities and gaming?
Yeah, it's great. So I'm really glad you asked that because we had just had a meeting with NACE last week, and so we'd been talking about some of our summer programs, which we've got some things that are coming down the pipeline, so stay tuned there. But they've got over 140 schools right now that are partnered with them that have officially signed on to say that they are competing in esports. And that's 140 schools that have a varsity program, that have a space that's dedicated to play, that are committed to belonging in our community. And so we are really excited about being a part of that and seeing what's next. We actually have a couple opportunities with universities that are coming to tour our space to see what a next round of esports looks like for them, right? Whether they're local in the area or traveling. It's been awesome to see those kind of things and the growth that's there.
And but there'll only once be the first university in the area that did it, so that's pretty cool, isn't it?
You got it, yeah, absolutely. And we are very proud to say we're first in Kansas City to bring the esports program here, and so we're really stoked about seeing that. And part of that being first is not just blazing the trail, right, but also being a community leader in that regard. We really want to bring other community members in because we know that, again, that back to the pirate analogy, right? Rising tide raises all ships, and we see that here, and we want to be a part of that.
And eventually scholarship opportunities as well, which just goes against all the negative thing I just said before. That if somebody is striving to perhaps get a scholarship in esports, they have to have the other areas of their academic life in order, or it's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. So we are a varsity program, and what that means is you can't major in esports, right? So you don't get to major in game development or esports. You do have to have a major. And so when that comes through, we really do care about your academics. Academic priorities are a high priority here. And so, yeah, you'll get a scholarship if you want to play, but that doesn't mean that's the only thing you do, right? And so just like all the other sports, really your academics are a high priority. Your health is a high priority. So our team has gym time. They have chiropractors that come in. They have people that coach them on the way that they sit, the posture they have. They care about the way that they eat, right? All of those things that matter that you'd see in a traditional competition, traditional varsity program, are in our program as well.
That's important because probably one of the negative things that happened to gaming a few years ago, a pitcher for the Detroit Tigers basically almost saw his career ended by an injury he got from repetitive play of a game.
Yeah,
you remember that?
I do, and that's exactly right? So when you start talking about things, we have to be really careful that Patrick Mahomes doesn't break his hands going through Fortnite, and so we have those same experiences here. We want to make sure that people are really excited about what's happening in safe and healthy ways, right? So life's about moderation, and so we teach that in our students as well because that will be a life skill that they're going to need forever.
And finally, I have to ask you, were you or are you a gamer?
Gosh, yeah, that's a great question. So for me, my game knowledge in the area, my sweet spot is the N64, right? So Nintendo 64, which is pretty far back in the area. Unfortunately, I haven't had much time to dedicate to gaming, but I love surrounding myself with people who do. So we've got a great assistant coach. We've got a great coaching staff that are passionate about League of Legends and Rocket League and Overwatch.
Let me just tell you, and I lied. I said it was the last question. What is a coaching search for an esports coach like? And talk about your coach.
Yeah, so that's great. So we just lucked out in finding our coach. So Ashley Jones is her name. She comes to us from University of Florida, and she is a fantastic star. So what we really like about our coach is that she's got the whole package. So she's able to help work through various elements of the program. So from League of Legends to developing that team to making it her own, to then also working through hiring other coaching staff who are around. And then she's able to really connect with both the team and work on our intramurals program. So as you know, Park University has 42 campus center locations, and we see esports as a natural evolution of that to really extend those opportunities out to the other 42 campus centers. And so Ashley's been running point on that. She's been absolutely fantastic in helping to create programs, not just for here on the Parkville campus, but everywhere across our university. The coaching staff itself, that search is always a little complicated, right? So what do you look for? Well, you look for the same things that you see in all the other people that you hire, right? So you're looking for somebody who's humble, hungry, and smart, right? People who are excited about the program that they're going to go into. They've made smart career choices and moves. They care about the institution themselves. They have some gaming expertise, obviously, but then they're also passionate about student success and what we're doing here for the mission of Park.
I visited the Parkade where the university esports team operates, and it was quite cool, which it also will be to see the future of how this new and exciting enterprise develops. I am as much of a nerd in not knowing about these things as sometimes the gamers are tabbed themselves. Park's nickname is the Pirates, and let's face it, Pirates are cool pretty much no matter what they're doing.
We hope you enjoyed the latest Danny Klingscale Reasonably Irreverent podcast. Come back soon for something fresh and new. This podcast was made possible by our great sponsors like
Sumner One is the company to make your office maximize efficiency. Welcome to the one place where everything works. Sumner One.